Okay, people ask me how to make bread or how I make bread, and it's very simple. I usually don't do any measuring, but I'm going to do some measuring today so you have a better idea how to. And yeah, I am using this flour. It's coming from Italy because it's better than what you can buy here in America, here in the US. So I always look for the glyphosate free and organic. So this said this was this is organic, and it said it was equivalent to the US glyphosate free. Anyways, that, and I just use this yeast, very simple, and salt, and this is evaporated cane sugar that I just have in this container. And then you can use any oil of your favorite. So I use organic coconut oil, and I sometimes use avocado oil or olive oil. Those three choices I usually have. Okay, let's get started. What I usually do is I put a little bit of flour in here, and put the yeast in, 1 heaping tablespoon. Maybe I'll do a tiny bit more. And 1 tablespoon salt. It's a little bit lumpy. I'll do a little bit more. I always do a little bit more, but that gives you a little bit an idea. And sugar, 1 heaping tablespoon. I'll also do that a little bit more. I don't know why I do that, but I do that. And then I'll grab a spoon, get this coconut oil, and just, you know, it's just like a big spoonful. Okay, and now let's put the water in. So it needs to be a little warmer than my temperature. So I'm thinking maybe 3/4 cold, and then boiling water. Let's see, because I do not want to burn the yeast. That's perfect. Let's stir this a little bit. Okay. So the second one, I do 4 cups. And that gives me just enough for the 2 of us. That's 2. 3/4 cold. Wow, this is room temperature. And then 1/4 hot. That makes it perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. That's 3. So we'll mix that together. Now the coconut is going to melt, the coconut butter. and the yeast can start. So let's let that sit for about, I don't know, 5 minutes. Okay, let's get started. It's been 5 minutes. Looks like everything is melted pretty good. We'll start adding some flour. To get it started. If I use avocado oil or olive oil, I usually just add like about a half a cup. You can get away with 1/4 cup, but I always like the half a cup. Then it doesn't stick as much. It helps a little bit. Mix it nicely together. Perfect. Start using the other hand. Doughy. Mix a little more in. Make sure there's no lumps in there. just about done. A little bit more. You don't want it too hard or too soft. When it's too soft, it wants to collapse. The loaf wants to collapse. So this fits pretty good. And it's starting to not be so sticky. You can start working with it and it doesn't stick on your hand. Well, it's kind of sticky all the time, but you have a way of working with it, touching it the way it doesn't. Okay. So yeah. That's it. Now we'll let it rise for half an hour. Alright, show you a picture of the flour up close so you can fully see. Organic Italian. Alright, it's been 30 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Looks good. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna let it sit another 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so, and then we'll make loaves. Okay. Alright, it's been another 30 minutes. I would let it sit a little longer. Sometimes I even let it sit for an hour, so you can do whatever you want. But let's spray my hands a little bit. Start with these little ones. And okay. I'm gonna wait with this one. It's a little sticky. If I still need it, I'll do that. But anyways. Okay. This will probably be big enough for the big one. Let's see. Has to just fill it half up. Let's see. It seems a little small. Add a little bit more. You can make pizza dough. You can use it for pizza crust as well. You can make buns, you can make whatever you want out of this dough. It tastes really good with everything. And if you want to be very perfect and accurate with each loaf, you can weigh them. I just never bother. I don't care if some are a little bigger or whatever, a little uneven. If I were to sell them, I would make sure they're all even, all the same size. Seems a little bit big. Okay. Nice and smooth on the top. Perfect. I think that's good. I might make this one a little bigger. We'll see. I'll do this one. This is very sticky always. This pan is not a very good one, but still keep it and use it for when I need it. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put some more with the big loaf, and then, yeah, this will be perfect. Nice and smooth on the top, and that's it. So okay, I'll add this to the big one. I think that will be perfect then. Nice. Okay, now we'll let them rise for I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes, or until they're nice and big, as big as I want them, because they will also rise in the oven when I put them in, so I can't let them get too big either. All right. Now it looks good and ready. They're nice and tall. And it's been 40 minutes. I'm going to take the plastic off, let them sit like that until the oven is nice and hot. Turning it on to 350. 350, 400. This oven actually has to go 400 sometimes. There it is. Okay. And give it 2 minutes. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. Oven is nice and hot. Hot enough. Let's put the bread in. Turn the light on. They might get a little bit tall. That's okay. Okay, we'll give them 45 minutes. I think they'll be done by then. All right. Let's see what the bread looks like. It is 45 minutes. This oven is at 375. And look at that. Wow. It's perfect. It's perfect. Ooh, yeah. Turning it off. Oh my gosh. This is good. That turned out really, really well. right there so it doesn't sweat. This is the one that usually has to sweat a little bit in order to come out. Yeah, this has to sweat a bit. I'm gonna let that sit right there because that has to sweat a little bit. It's one of those pans that sticks a lot. These are the non-sticks. These are awesome. They come right out. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Now you know how I do it. And good luck trying to make it yourself. You can do it with any kind of flour. But I like to use this glyphosate free if I can, and organic. So yeah, awesome. Thank you for watching. Now look at that. Jam and bread for breakfast with this beautiful bread. Turned out perfect. Nice and fluffy.